Hey, what's up, everybody, man? So shout out to Sports Update on Instagram for making this edit because I didn't know who the hell was going anywhere. He definitely provided me with some clarity. But as far as these Houston Rockets, seeing them offer Clint Capela and trade Clint Capela during a year that they are one of the top teams in the Western Conference and hopefully are trying to win a championship shows me how pathetic this franchise is. Like, it's crazy because I made a video last month talking about how the Houston Rockets' time has sadly passed. I wasn't trying to clown them. I was just saying this respectfully, and I was being realistic. When you look at the Western Conference, you have some teams that have arguably passed them up. You have some teams that have caught up to them and can realistically bang with them in a 7-game series. And you have teams in the future that are going to continue to catch up and possibly pass them up because Houston does not have any flexibility to improve their roster. And when you look at their core players such as James Harden, Eric Gordon, Westbrook, and look at PJ Tucker, those guys are already at least 30 years old and they're only going to get older by the year, which means that they are going to exit their prime soon. But Rockets fans, they act like I was just saying some BS, talking on my ass, and I didn't know what I was talking about. But it looks like the Rockets GM see what I was talking about. He sees that other teams in the Western Conference are a bigger threat than them, and he sees that there are other teams that can bang with them in the Western Conference, and they see that they need to do something about that. So they sacrifice Clint Capela. I understand that. It's unfortunate, but they had to sacrifice somebody. He's the logical person to sacrifice to improve their chances of winning a championship. But the issue is they did not improve their chances of winning a championship with this exchange. Even the logic behind this trade just makes no sense. Like, think about it. Basically, the Houston Rockets, they know the Atlanta Hawks were interested in Clint Capela, and they are willing to get Atlanta Hawks Clint Capela. All the Atlanta Hawks got to do is help them land Robert Covington. So Atlanta said, cool, They put in their work, but I guess their work was not quite enough to help them land Robert Covington. So since the Houston Rockets didn't want to make Atlanta feel bad, they see if they can call around for another team to help this become possible. So they hit up the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets, they got Malik Beasley, a good role player. They got some guards over there, but they're not going to be able to pay Malik Beasley in free agency. They know that they can use some assets in return from Malik Beasley, and they know that the Timberwolves can use Malik Beasley since Malik Beasley is young and they are in a rebuild process. So I guess since the Denver Nuggets just came oh so clutch, they were willing to grant the Denver Nuggets with a first-round pick, knowing damn well they had no flexibility to improve their roster. You feel me? The logic behind the trade is so idiotic. Like, you sacrifice a good young center who's averaging 14 and 14 that can do pick and roll and catch alleys and do a little bit of dirty work in the paint himself for a 3-and-D role player, Robert Covington, that you could have honestly gotten at a cheaper price, and you could have found a guy like Robert Covington in free agency or in a draft. But instead, you trade Clint Capela for Robert Covington. Now the Houston Rockets, they are stuck with a hole at center. This is well known now. The only centers on the roster is Heinstein and Tyson Chandler. And instead of getting an upgrade or at least gambling one of those guys, the Houston Rockets would rather run PJ Tucker confidently at the center position. Like, PJ Tucker, he can space the floor and shoot, and he can play D, but what is he going to do with guys like Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, Jokic, Nurkic, Whiteside, Rudy Gobert, etc.? What is he going to be able to do with guys like that? You need a real center, and you need somebody that's going to be able to grab some rebounds, bro, because the Rockets, they are already not the most efficient team in the NBA. Then on top of that, the Rockets also, as well as other teams in the NBA, are going to miss shots. It just is what it is. You cannot depend on PJ Tucker to grab all those rebounds. He's a pretty good rebounder for his size, but he's not going to be able to compete consistently with all these other centers grabbing rebounds. I'm just being real. And I understand that they clear about $68 to $70 million by trading away Clint Capela, Nene, and that man Gerald Green in this trade, but they are still over the salary cap, and they're only $5.8 million short of luxury tax, which means that they still do not have that much flexibility to improve their roster, and they don't even have a draft pick this upcoming offseason because they just gave it away to the Denver Nuggets. So this team is, well, they fucked, bruh. They not winning this year. They not winning next year because they have no flexibility to improve. They would have to trade one of their guys again. And then on top of that, you got guys that like the Lakers and Clippers that still go be there. Utah, Denver, and the Mavericks can get better. Golden State will be back next year. The Pelicans are trying to creep up. It's just not looking real for the Houston Rockets. This is why I said their time has sadly passed. But to get some more details on that, just check out my video. I'm going to leave it at the end of the end screen. Check it out. But as far as the Houston Rockets with this Clint Capela trade, you guys are supposed to get something more for Clint Capela when it comes to sacrifice him to get better. Not no damn Robert Covington. Like, come on. Y'all wasn't even smart enough to ask for Mason Plumlee or Alex Lynn, Gorgie Jang, or nothing in return. Y'all got Jordan Bell just to fill that 4 position because PJ Tucker about to sadly be running that 5, man. That's all I gotta say. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you say I disagree, I just don't know what to tell you because it's facts, man. It's facts based off the opinions of facts. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. I got more content coming soon.